Have you ever felt a nagging doubt about your relationship? Maybe you've tried everything to make it work, but something still feels off. It's possible that this unease is a sign from God that you're not with the right person. In this video, we'll explore 7 ways God might be telling you to reconsider your relationship. Stay tuned until the end to discover how to recognize these divine signals. Before we start, let me share a profound story about a Christian woman named Sarah. Sarah was in a long-term relationship with Mark. At first, everything seemed perfect, but over time, she began to feel a sense of unease. Despite her efforts to push through, little signs kept appearing, an unshakable feeling of unrest, frequent arguments, and subtle red flags. One night, after praying for guidance, Sarah had a vivid dream where she saw herself walking away from Mark and finding peace. Trusting in God's message, she made the difficult decision to end the relationship. Months later, Sarah met someone who shared her values and brought her true joy and peace. Sometimes, God's signs can lead us to a better path if we are willing to listen. But before we dive into the 7 ways God might be telling you not to be with someone, please like and subscribe to our channel. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, a lack of inner peace. If you feel a sense of unease or discomfort about a relationship, it could be a sign that God is not leading you in that direction. Whenever God approves of someone, He often confirms it through a sense of internal peace. Both you and the other person will feel a calmness in your spirit. This peace is a divine indicator that God is in control and guiding your steps. Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." This passage emphasizes the importance of inner peace as a confirmation of God's will. It's crucial to listen to those inner promptings and pay attention to any red flags. Sometimes, this unease might not be about the person but rather the timing or the circumstances. God might be telling you to wait, to seek more understanding, or to resolve other issues before moving forward. Ignoring these feelings and pressing on despite them can lead to more significant problems down the line. Number 2, resistance. When God doesn't want you to be with someone, He may cause resistance in your relationship. This resistance can manifest in various ways, such as unexpected changes in plans, subtle disruptions, or unexplainable delays and setbacks. These obstacles are not meant to frustrate you but to capture your attention and prompt you to reconsider your path. In 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13, it says, "No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful, He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it." This verse highlights that God often provides a way out or an alternative path when we are heading in the wrong direction. It's important to discern whether the resistance you face is from God or merely a challenge to be overcome. If you find that every attempt to move forward is met with significant resistance, it might be God's way of steering you away from a relationship that isn't right for you. Take these signs seriously, pray for clarity, and be willing to step back and reassess your situation. Number 3, red flags. Red flags are warning signs that should not be ignored. They can include disrespect, abuse, dishonesty, or other unhealthy behaviors. These red flags are often God's way of protecting you from future harm. In Ephesians 5 verse 25, it says, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave Himself up for her." This verse sets a high standard for how we should treat our partners, with love, respect, and selflessness. It's common to believe that you can change someone after marriage, but this is a dangerous misconception. True change must come from within and be guided by God. If you see clear red flags before marriage, don't assume they will disappear after tying the knot. Marriage often amplifies existing issues rather than resolving them. In Matthew 7 verses 17 to 18, Jesus said, "Likewise, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit." This analogy reminds us that a person's true nature will reveal itself over time. If you see consistent red flags, it's crucial to acknowledge them and consider whether this relationship aligns with God's plan for you. Number 4. You lose your identity. The wrong relationship can transform who you are in ways you never imagined. It can slowly erode your sense of self, leaving you feeling lost and disconnected from your true identity. A relationship from God is designed to bring out the best in you, helping you rediscover your true self and your purpose. Think about someone you knew who changed drastically over time because of the people they surrounded themselves with. They may have become more bitter, irritable, or lost their joy. If you find yourself becoming someone you don't recognize, more negative, anxious, or distant from your values, this could be a sign that the relationship is not from God. Romans 12 verse 2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will." This verse encourages us to remain true to our identity in Christ and not to be swayed by negative influences. Number 5. Lack of the fear of God. A relationship lacking the fear of God should be taken seriously. The fear of God is not about being afraid but about having a deep respect, reverence, and awe for the Creator. This respect forms the foundation for any healthy relationship. Without it, there is no restraint or accountability, leading to chaos and instability. Proverbs 9 verse 10 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding." A partner who lacks this fundamental reverence for God may also lack respect for you and others. This absence of divine respect can manifest in selfishness, dishonesty, and a lack of moral integrity. Moving forward in a relationship without the fear of God can only lead to instability. It's crucial to be with someone who honors God, as this will reflect in how they honor and treat you. Without this foundation, the relationship is likely to face significant challenges that could have been avoided. Number 6. Lack of compatibility. If the person you are drawn to does not share your beliefs, values, or vision for the future, it is likely a sign from God to be cautious. Amos 3 verse 3 asks, "Can two walk together unless they agree?" Fundamental incompatibilities can lead to confusion, disagreements, and a lack of peace. Compatibility doesn't mean sharing every opinion or interest, but it does mean having a shared foundation in core beliefs and values. When two people have fundamentally different outlooks on life, it can be challenging to build a harmonious and fulfilling relationship. Pray for discernment and seek God's guidance in finding a partner who shares your values and vision for the future. This alignment will help create a strong foundation for your relationship, allowing both of you to grow together in faith and purpose. Number 7. Through dreams and visions. God can directly warn you through dreams or visions if He sees that a relationship could harm you. In Genesis 20, God appeared to Abimelech in a dream, warning him not to take Sarah, Abraham's wife. This divine intervention protected Abimelech and ensured that God's plan for Abraham and Sarah was not disrupted. God might use dreams and visions to communicate His will and provide guidance. If you receive such a message, take it seriously and seek further confirmation through prayer and counsel from trusted spiritual advisors. While God gives us free will, He also provides wisdom and guidance to help us make the right decisions. In Acts 2 verse 17, it says, "In the last days, God says, I will pour out my Spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your young men will see visions, your old men will dream dreams." This verse reminds us that God still speaks to us today through various means, including dreams and visions. So there you have it, 7 ways God might be telling you not to be with someone. These signs are meant to guide you and protect you from making decisions that could lead to heartache and confusion. If you feel a persistent lack of peace, face significant resistance, notice red flags, lose your identity, encounter a lack of the fear of God, experience incompatibility, or receive divine warnings through dreams and visions, take these signs seriously. Trust in God's wisdom and timing. Seek His guidance through prayer, and be open to His leading. Sometimes, letting go of the wrong relationship is the first step toward finding the one God has prepared for you. Thank you for watching. If you love our videos, please feel free to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future content. May God bless you and guide you in all your relationships.